Hare Krishna. Hello friends, how are you all doing? This is Ritendra. I am preacher of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and today's very special lecture. Today I am going to tell you how to control our minds, how to conquer our minds. My dear Krishna, here in chapter 3 Karma Yoga clearly stated about the way by which we can control our mind, we can conquer our mind. Here Arjuna asked in verse number 36, the question of Arjuna and my dear Krishna means mere Aradhya, my dear Krishna actually answered to Arjuna. Here Arjuna asked, Arjuna uvacha slok number 36, verse number 36. Here Arjuna said, अथ केन प्रयुक्त पाप चरित पुरुषः अनिच्छनापि वार्षाण्य बलादिवा नियोजितः. Please listen this slok very carefully. Here Arjun asked, अथ केन प्रयुक्तो पाप चरित पुरुषः, अथ केन प्रयुक्तो पाप चरित पुरुषः अनिच्छनापि वार्षाण्य बलादिवा नियोजितः. Arjun said, O descendant of Vishnu, by what is one impelled to the sinful acts? What are these all force which actually acting on me and force me to indulge in the sinful activities? What are these all force? Here Arjuna asked about what is that factors which actually indulge me in the sinful activities. Here Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, my dear Krishna, mere Aradhya, here Uvacha, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, slok number 37. Here Krishna clearly stated, Kama isa krodha isa rajo guna samruddha. Parth, Kama isa krodha isa rajo guna samruddha. Mahasano mahapapya vignanyam varina. Mahasayo mahapapya vignanyam varina. Here Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, Madhusudan Mukunda Murari Kesava Janardana, Govind Gopala Madhava clearly stated to Arjuna. Here Madhusudan said, it is a lust only, it is only your desire, it is only your expectation which actually force you to indulge in the sinful activities. तुम्हारी इच्छाएं तुमसे पाप करवा रही है पाप. Arjun, which is born the contact of the material mode of the passion. Actually, the source of your desire is only Rajoguna and later transformed into the breath and all devouring sinful enemy of this world. Your desire, your expectation, these things actually your real enemy. This is Madhusudan clearly stated to Arjuna. Who is your real enemy? Your desire and your expectation. Madhav clearly stated your desire and your expectation is only and only your real enemy. All devouring sinful enemy. Here Madhusudan clearly stated, Tumre na priyatva वही नीर यथा दर्शो मले न चह, वही नीर यथा दर्शो मले न चह, यथो बलेना वृतो गर्भस्था तेने दम आवृतम. Here Madhusudan clearly stated, as a fire is covered by smoke, as a fire is covered by smoke, as a mirror is covered by dust, as a mirror is covered by dust, or as the embryo is covered by womb, as similarly our desires, our living entity similarly covered by the different degree of our lust or desire. We actually cover the different degree of desire. Some people have a strong desire and some people would have very big desire. So it depends upon the desire, about the strength of the desire, what kind of the sinful activities you will perform. If the person who actually have a who actually has a tamogun, then the particular person will have a strong desire, and a strong desire will indulge that particular person into the most sinful activities. Here Krishna further stated, verse number 39. Here Madhusudan Mukunda Murari Kesava Janardana Govind Gopala Madhava clearly stated, Avratam Gnanameteno Gnanino Nityavarina Kam Rupena Konteya Daspune Anlena Cha. Means your real enemy. Your real enemy, what your real enemy do? Your desire and your expectation is only your real enemy. Then what will your, means how your real enemy harm you? Here Madhusudan clearly stated, thus the wise living entity's pure consciousness become covered by his eternal enemy. Our real consciousness will be covered by our desire, by our expectation. So first things, how does our desire, our expectation harm to us? by means it will cover our real consciousness, and our desire and our expectation will never satisfy. However, I have a strong desire, I have willingness to fulfill the expectation or desire of my partner, of my wife, of my children, of my parents, but I will fail to do so because desires are dynamic and desires will change, expectation will change the fraction of the time. So however I want to fulfill the desire of my parents, my family member, or the people around me, but I will fail to do so. Even if I have strong desire to fulfill the expectation of my parents or my family, but I will fail to do so because desires are dynamic. Listen, the desires are dynamic. Actually, these all things born in our mind, and our mind is very dynamic. Here Madhusudan further stated in verse number 40. Here Krishna clearly stated, Indriyani manabuddhira adhishtanam uchyate. Indriyani manabuddhira adhishtanam uchyate. एतेर विमोहते एष ज्ञान आवृतम देहिन. एते विमोहते एष ज्ञान आवृतम देहिन. Here Madhusudan clearly stated, the senses, the mind and intelligence, our senses, our mind and our intelligence are the sitting place of the lust. What is the sitting place? Where does where does our desire stay? Here Krishna stated, the mind, intelligence and our senses, our indriya, our mind and our buddhi. Man, buddhi and our indriya, three places are there at where our desires, our expectations are actually staying or setting or sitting or situated. Here lust cover the real knowledge of the living entity and bewilder him, because our desire, our expectation cover our real knowledge and also bewilder to all of us. हमें भटका देती है हमारी इच्छाएं. Here Madhusudan, that is why what you have to do immediately, what kind of action you have to take. Here Krishna clearly stated, verse number 41, chapter number 3, अध्याय तीसरा. Here Krishna clearly stated, अस्माद इंद्रियाणि आदु नियम्य भारतवर्षः पाप प्रजह्येन ज्ञान विज्ञान नाशनम. What you have to do, Parth? Immediately, what kind of action you have to take at the very beginning in order to curb the great symbol of the lust or desire or sin? What you have to do? You have to regulate your senses. You have to regulate your senses by your sensory organs. What you have to see, what you have to speak, what you have to hear, what you have to touch, and what you have to sniff. You have to regulate your senses by your five sensory organs: your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your ear and your skin. So five sensory organs by which you have to regulate, because you can't control what to see and what not to see, but you can only regulate. Means you can make it low and you can make it high, but you can't control it fully. You can't control your senses, because आंखें तो देखेंगी, मुंह तो बोलेगा, कान तो सुनेगा, नाक तो सूंघेगा, हाथ तो टच करेगा, but you have to regulate what you have to speak, what you have to see, what you have to sniff, what you have to hear, and what you have to touch. You have to regulate your senses by your five sensory organs. Then only you can control your mind, and once your mind has been controlled, your intelligence has been under control, and when your intelligence, your buddhi has been under control, then you got a self-realization. So in order to control your indriya, your mind, what you have to do, your desire, what you have to do, you have to regulate your senses by your sensory organs. This is what Madhusudan clearly stated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I hope you all can understand. If you have any questions, any doubt, then please put a comment. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Jai Sri Radhe.